Have a seat. Let's chat.
Yeah.
What's happening?
So I was I'm just a citizen. I don't know if you know who I am or have heard about me or anything.
But I want.
Yeah. So I've lived here my whole life. Been really involved in like a lot of local politics since about 2020, 2019. Speak at the board meetings a lot. And like kind of gained a pretty decent sized following. Get like a lot of like millions of views on the internet for like my
Cool.
local political stuff. And like my whole goal is I don't want to see like the type of turmoil that has happened through
My
like
nickname, by the way.
huh?
I have to disclose that's my nickname.
Oh really?
That's my nickname. I've gone through life with that name. All my buddies call me Turmoil.
Turmoil.
I got it in Hollywood playing in a heavy metal band.
Oh, maybe you're the good kind of turmoil then, like
Takes fire to fight fire sometimes.
Yeah.
But
and
go on, I'm sorry.
And I just because I've been so involved in this stuff, like I've had a lot of like interactions and dealings with other people who are like involved with these local politics and who like I would say like key players are the people that involve themselves a lot. I've been able to like I'm a leftist, I live in a red county, but I've been able to make a lot of like friends and connections with people on the right, that we just find ways to get along. And I've supported several Republican candidates because it's mostly all Republican candidates around here. But then I just like I get a lot of information, and it was like concerning that I had people that were telling me, and it's like going around of some of the people that might be getting hired by the elections office, and like I know all these people. Like I was hearing like things like Hattie and Ron Plum and like Bev Gray. I think they're actually really good people. I think they're totally fine, and I think they'd probably be fine working here. But two names that really really stuck out to me, and not only worried me, they worried other Republican friends I have too, were Richard Gallardo and Laura Hobbs. Now, like they can speak and say all the things that they want to say. They're entitled to their opinion, but like their actual behaviors, to me, that I've seen and there's tons of proof of, is what they have done in the past with people's private and personal information. They have both doxed people a lot in this town. Rich Gallardo actually had charges filed against him for doxing me and my wife's home address and leaving like a veiled threat. And so I've been talking to people, and it's like, how do you guys feel about turning in your ballot and your voter information for someone like Richard Gallardo and Laura Hobbs to have access to it? And people are like, this is the first time we've kept our ballots at home for like over a week because we're legitimately afraid, my wife and I are, of those two people being able to have access to our personal information because they've proven so much in the past that they will disseminate personal and private information. During one of Laura Hobbs' candidacies when she was running for supervisor, these mysterious, anonymous, full dossiers about somehow her opponents and Rich Gallardo's opponents were leaked onto the internet during those campaigns, full of all kinds of personal information and everything, and no one took credit for it, but it just happened to be their opponents that it was. And so it's just a worry to me, and I think a bigger worry is, like I said, a lot of people on both sides, they just don't specifically trust these two people at all, and I think it'll just bring way too much drama and turmoil if the community's like, they're going to be mad at you, at Clint Curtis, at the board. It's just going to create this, and it's just those two people. I think if it was literally it could just any other two people. I don't care if they're Republicans, but those two people have just proven, And I would say if you're like these are potentially people going to be hired, do a legitimate background check and ask about Rich Gallardo. He actually brought a concealed firearm in here during the last election. He didn't get in trouble for that, but that was highly illegal. He was fired from CAL FIRE for brandishing a firearm and then writing a manifesto threatening his coworkers. He's not allowed to go to CAL FIRE stations, and some of them actually have his photo up saying that if you see this guy, call the police.
Chairman.
Yeah, like you could like literally contact any CAL FIRE chief and ask about him. You could contact RABA and ask why the Reading Area Bus Authority fired him. He was not good to his fares. Like he was mean to elderly people and ran a red light at one point and like with a bus. It's just. I just want to see our elections office not be.
Well, the good news is we're, I believe, immune to any antics and inoculated against antics.
Yeah.
Because it's a zero tolerance situation and we're already briefed.
Right.
So the circumstance that will occur will not allow for shenanigans.
Right.
And so tell your people they don't have to worry about their ballot for any of that.
Well, the thing is,
I think
this is
yeah.
like where I'm trying to say, like, these people, they operate in the shadows,
Yeah,
and
they
like
can't do it with us. We because we know the shadows.
Right.
It takes one to know one. The problem with this whole thing is that there haven't been enough people involved
Right.
that have criminal minds that
Right.
can anticipate
Well, I
things.
can tell you, Richard Gallardo is the type of person that even if he's not taking photos or taking notes about information he sees, he will remember it, and then he will make lists of people based on information. And I'm just telling you, he will abuse
And we
information.
can talk to Clint too.
Yeah.
But he will guarantee you how it's not going to happen.
Okay.
If hi there, if he misbehaves, then he'll get bounced out.
Yeah.
Because we have zero tolerance. We have an amnesty program going on, but also zero tolerance, and we're not naive. Just so you know, I went and met with him and told him that I'm not a regular clerk and that he has to behave himself if he's going to be involved. I think he will. I think he will.
I hope you're right.
That
I've
he
seen
will.
years of behavior that contradicts that. You know.
I know it, but there's strange psychology occurring here. It's a bit of a social experiment by taking people that are fringy and sort of matching them up with a task and another watchdog, and they tend to neuter each other. And so we're going to see if it works out. But if it starts going off course, the social experiment, then we're going to course correct and bounce people out.
Right.
Because both Clint and I are bouncers at heart, so we're different than other clerks. So we're wise to the game. We're streetwise.
Okay.
And I went and talked to Clardo, and I won't repeat the conversation I had with him, but the innuendo that I gave was, don't fuck this up. Don't fuck this up, and don't fuck with me. And I think he was cool with that. He kind of liked it.
Okay.
But maybe I caught him on a day where he's on good meds.
Right.
Maybe he comes.
Maybe it was accidentally his twin.
I've heard. The stories I hear are so beyond the pale.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole thing. In our role, one is to come in and diffuse, try to calm it down, and then put in some good procedures.
Right.
That being said, they're demonstrating right now. Have you seen anything yet?
No, I haven't. I haven't yet.
Okay,
No.
well, you see this big room, and
yeah.
it's just open, and the idea is sort of counterintuitive, just to open up, bring the public in.
Yeah.
Those particular people being anomalies and the worst offenders, and of course we've gone through this conversation with people here that don't want them around.
Right. Can I? What like kind of information would like Richard Gallardo and Laura Hobbs have access
I want Clint
to?
to answer.
Okay.
Because he's got specific tasks for them.
Yeah.
And there might be a zero, but if they are interacting with something that's bothersome, Clint could address it, and then maybe we could correct it, so that maybe that's something to be considered.
Right.
But he likes the social experiment of it because they're in a controlled environment with everybody watching each other and cameras everywhere.
Yeah.
So it's like if they act out or say something weird, it's like it's a one strike.
Right. I mean, or if like some anonymous social media account posts something that someone only from here should know.
We're trying to make it so there's not so much of that other than the voter information.
Okay.
I mean, other than that, we don't want any secrets.
Right.
We want it all out in the open, and here's the person that knows more about elections than
she's
anybody
great.
on the planet.
She's great.
Did you do that?
I called him. We still don't know if we're hand keying or we're trying to use EFT as a. Did you buy that fake fan?
No. Margin chart? Why is it phony? Is it lousy? Is it? Damn. Oh.
We've never uploaded results with EFT. It's like an automatic way of getting the results. If we usually hand key that. Julianne's trying to make that happen, but she's also running the front counter by herself. So.
Oh, we better help with the front counter.
She has one person over there. We're working on it. We're trying. We're trying. We'll figure it out.
Where is Mr. Curtis? Do you know?
I don't know. If you're asking me.
I don't think he
Well,
should.
I wanted to know when Sig Bear was going to start. I'd like to start Sig Bear.
I think he's at Market.
We're at Market.
I don't know. Maybe in his office. Who knows? His car's gone though. I just pulled up. His car's gone.
Okay. Well, you wanted the
Call Clint Curtis. Let's find out.
Hey, doing it.
Hey, man.
Well, that's Annalise. Yeah, you can call Annalise.
You know Annalise?
Yeah, she's great. Good reporter.
I like her. I don't think she's a Russian.
No, they make a lot of stuff up.
Hey, everybody in the world is looking for you. And what do you need, Tommy?
We're ready to start Zigfair.
Tommy's ready to start Sigvair.
Fantastic. Give
Annalise a call.
Give her what's her face a call so she can come in. Can they stall about 15 minutes before they start?
Yeah, cool.
That was it?
How long does it take them?
Oh, Zigfair. I don't know. We've got about 2,500 we need to get through.
We don't know. Takes what it takes.
For an hour, over 2 hours?
2 hours?
Oh, easy.
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 Okay, good. I just didn't want to call her, have her come in. They just finished.
No. Okay. All right. We'll do it. Bye.
All right. So thank you.
So yeah, I think I think the reality is I haven't seen anybody acting out. Maybe they're on their best behavior and they wait to spring it on us.
Yeah, I mean,
moment.
who knows? People
know.
change. It's just
Yeah.
you know when I don't like base the things I think about people based off of how I personally feel. It's based off of like
Community.
what I've
Yeah,
seen.
the fact.
I've seen their own
But-
actions
But
and
he also has a relationship with Clint. I mean, he just thinks I'm a little weird and he can't quite figure me out. But he and Clint, I think, have rapport. And I don't think he wants to, blow that.
right.
Is maybe something he wants to hang on to for the future, hopefully.
Yeah,
And it doesn't burn that bridge like live, because we will bounce him right out.
yeah.
I don't
Well,
care.
that's
And there will be a copy or two.
I hope I'm wrong,
I do
honestly,
too.
because I want the elections to work. I want Clint Curtis to succeed
yeah.
and having a successful election.
Yeah.
Because if that fails, we all fail. I don't want someone to fail because if that means I fail too.
No,
you know.
there is a sentiment in the town that's
Yeah.
existed where there's, the woman, Joanna, that he fired, was like beloved, because she's a local. And you'd be like, they weren't really doing the best job there, I have to say, but they were also, in their defense, victims of a bad system,
Yeah.
because the system is not tuned properly. He's doing a great job, I believe, of tuning it up with the surrounding procedures. My particular forte is the software that runs the tabulating system. I don't want a corporation anywhere near it,
Yeah.
and they control it. So my job is to bust out the cartel nationally, 3-4 companies that control the software, including Microsoft,
Yeah.
and instill open source software. So you get a good look at the software that's creating that first count that is really the trigger count. You audit to it, but that's the official count. It comes out of the software, and if you were a bad actor, you could theoretically manage that audit so that it reconciled,
Right.
and it wouldn't be real, because there'd be a bad count starting from the software,
Interesting.
and then matched up with shenanigans on the back end.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm an advocate for open source software, and that's really what brought me here. But Clint has a fetish fascination for these surrounding procedures, which are crucial.
Yeah.
All the minutia and the chain of custody. And
Yeah. I liked I didn't have a problem too. Like more cameras the better. I don't care. I was like down for a big camera system as long as it was done correctly. Like I'm a computer nerd. I've been I'm like I know what it takes to stream high definition a
Good,
bunch
we
of
want you in
cameras.
here. Don't tell him that; it'll put your word. There's a tremendous amount of disinformation occurring here. The people also that are purporting to be Democrats, because I'm a lifelong Democrat from the heart of the Democratic Party in San Francisco.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't necessarily think they're Democrats. I don't know what they are. They're a little bit fringy, a little bit off,
Yeah.
particularly on this issue, because they really don't know what they're talking about. And folks like Christian, Christian,
Yeah.
who purports to be a Democrat,
Yeah.
which I don't, he's out of line with the party, because open source software is in the Democratic Party platform. I put it there with Christine Pelosi at no small effort.
Yeah.
And not that anybody reads the platform, come to find out, but I put it there. They say things that are off and confusing, and their presentation skills are the worst I've ever seen, where they yell at the supervisors
Yeah.
with all that profanity and all that.
Yeah.
That doesn't get you
Yeah, no, I mean,
anything.
yeah, that's
It makes it worse.
It's I see. If you'd gone back to like 2022 or so, it would have been like Rich Gallardo and all them who were yelling at the supervisors.
Yeah.
Like, did you know he actually walked in there and tried to citizen's arrest all 5 of the board members?
Yeah, he's out of control.
Yeah, and then they escorted him out.
Yeah.
The sheriffs, like, he tried to go to people's houses to citizens arrest them.
Sick.
Like, he showed up in the middle of the night to this dude Stephen King's trailer to intimidate him, and then that Stephen King dude, like, Rich Gallardo started this trend of like these militia guys going and screwing with this Stephen King guy. Granted, the Stephen King guy's not a saint; he's really a kind of a lunatic who's pissed a lot of people off and made a lot of threats. But they kept going to his house, and then he was supposed to be on a restraining order, but nobody checked, and he didn't turn in his firearm. And one of these guys went to go have a conversation with him at his trailer again, and he just shot him through the door.
Yeah.
You know, and like Rich Gallardo was involved in like that
Yeah,
stuff.
did you kill him?
No, but he blew the militia guy's arm off, you know, and felt really bad. And then Stephen King's probably going to go to prison, you know. But, like, this is the type of
Is he
stuff
still on
that...
trial for that? Still on
yeah,
charges?
I think he's still in the Shasta County jail right now. But, yeah, I mean,
I mean,
it was just all bad. And I'm just, like, this is the type of stuff I've seen, like, Rich Gallardo be involved in
Yeah.
and do, you know. And so it's just, I have this, like, fear, you know, I've seen him blatantly not
Act
follow
out.
the law,
Yeah.
you know. Knowing you can't bring a firearm into this building and bringing one into the building,
Yeah.
you know, like, I just don't see him. I don't know, like, you guys are setting up rules. I've seen him purposely break rules and, you know, tout about how he can get around the law
Yeah.
and get around rules,
Yeah.
you know, like,
I
he
told
prides
him-
himself on
I
that.
told him, I said, I know why everybody's scared of you, Gallardo. He said, why? I said, you look like the guy in a docudrama series called The Offer about the making of The Godfather.
Yeah.
And I said, the actor plays Joe Colombo, one of the leaders of the 5 families.
Yeah.
I said, that's why. I said, it's just your face.
Yeah.
That's fucking you up. I said, that has nothing to do with you. He said, you're funny. He says to me.
You want to see something funny? You should look up the YouTube video of him. He got in trouble for like shooting wild animals on his neighbor's property, and so the sheriff shows up to like question him on it, and because the neighbor called and was like, Rich Gallardo keeps shooting the squirrels in my backyard, and the cop questions him, and he's like, have you been shooting squirrels in your neighbor's yard? And Rich Gallardo straight up lies. He's like, no, I haven't been shooting any squirrels, you know. And the cop's like, okay, so in your garage you don't have like a pellet gun, you know? And he's like, yeah. And so he's like, so if I go check that dead squirrel, I'm not going to find a pellet in that dead squirrel that matches this gun. And Gallardo's like, no, I don't think so. The cop goes on camera, opens up the squirrel, and pulls out the pellet, and then goes back to Rich Gallardo and is like, what the hell is this? And then he cites him and takes his pellet gun away. But like, that's what I'm saying, is he'll lie to police.
Well,
So, and that's on YouTube. You can just just watch that on
Yeah.
YouTube. And that's probably from like, I don't know, 10 years ago. He's been, like, seriously, talk to one CAL FIRE chief.
see, the way the system is set up, even as dastardly as he might be, I don't think he can break it.
Okay.
I don't think he can break it. I
Well,
don't
if
think he can
anybody's
come
gonna
close
test it, it's gonna be-
but he's only going to take one foot toward testing it, and then he's going to be bounced out
All
because
right.
everybody's hypersensitive to
Yeah.
it.
I hope, I honestly hope you're right, because if that just means our elections get to be successful and he doesn't start disseminating private information that he gets from here, then I hope that's...
Oh my God, yeah. That would be horrifying
Yeah.
if somebody does something like that. I don't expect it.
Yeah.
Hi. Did you sign it? Okay, great. That's my only question of the day.
Well, I don't want to keep you for too long.
No, I wanna
just
show you the place,
yeah.
though, since you-
Yeah, that sounds good. I like
But you got it? Thank you. My personal politics are more Zach De La Roca. You know Zach?
I've heard
Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
That's more my style.
Gotcha.
I like the Black Panthers from Oakland.
Yeah.
I'm pretty far left, further left than the Democratic Party.
Yeah,
Guys.
okay.
So I'm like way. But where I meet up with people like Kevin Craig is we're anti-corporate tests.
Gotcha. Okay.
So we don't want a corporation counting our fucking votes.
Right. Hey, Patty.
Speaking of
Yeah.
I know, we have lots of
I
pride.
can't hug you anymore though. buddy.
Well, it's so great. We're doing critical thinking and not complaining and staying curious. Those things,
Good.
that's what we're doing because we're learning so much.
Great.
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk him back
Right on.
and show him. Yeah.